What's up, dreamers? I'm Zeke, and welcome to the Dream Green Show. Now, this is gonna be the Dream Green breaking news segment. It's gonna be live, unedited, straight to you to get you guys the information before the market opens on Monday. So make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, hit that notification bell. But hitting that notification bell, YouTube is doing something real funny to where if you don't hit it, it might not show you my video. You guys do not want to miss out on this awesome information that I'm about to bring you guys on this channel. But before we dive into it, make sure that you guys check out the links down in the description to Webull. You can sign up, deposit $1, and get that welcome bonus. If you already got Robinhood, if you already got Moo, there's no problem having a third one. Get those free stocks. That's how I started off, and you guys should probably do the same thing. Now, before the market had closed on Friday, your boy had tweeted something out that they was in talks of an agreement to end the war over in Iran. But now, just before the markets open, 48 hours later, they saying they not coming to an agreement at all, and now the market is taking a hit. So let's jump over to the charts right quick. Now, this is QQQ. It tracks the top technology companies. They're down almost 1% after market hours before the market opens on Monday. So most of the tech stocks is probably gonna have a pullback unless your boy come out and tweet something else. You guys know how everything is going on. Now, one of the important stocks that I'm gonna talk about in today's video is gonna be Nike. Now, you guys know Nike has been getting beat up since 2021, crashing. Now, let's take a quick look at Nike right here. Nike is down 21.85% over the last year alone. But there's something very special about Nike happening. Now, we look at the dividends. If we scroll down, you guys can see that Nike has a dividend of 3.85%, and they've been increasing their dividends every single year for the last 24 years. So they are 1 year away from becoming a dividend aristocrat. Dividend aristocrat is any company that's inside the S&P 500 and increase their dividends every single year for the last 25 years. A dividend king is any company that has been inside the S&P 500 and increase their dividends every single year for the last 50 years. So you gotta be a dividend aristocrat before you become a dividend king. And Nike is 1 year away from becoming a dividend aristocrat. I mean, they've been increasing their dividends through multiple president changes, multiple wars, pandemics, things like that, right? So this is a company that has been increasing their dividends for so long that I could see them increasing it at least for one more year to become a dividend aristocrat. But I've never seen Nike fall like they've been falling for the last 4 years. But they're gonna have to fall to a price to where if they fall to around $38 to $40, there's gonna be at a price point that I will be too dumb to pass up on. It's giving me an opportunity that is too good to pass up on. Even if Nike does continue to fall, at least I got in at a price that I feel like I'm winning. Like it's a steal for me, and I got in at an amazing price. So the ones that we're gonna keep an eye on this week is gonna be Nike. Now, there are two stocks that's having their earnings this week that I'm gonna pay attention to. Now, the first stock is gonna be Fast, ticker symbol SAFT. I have a leap on Fast, and right now I'm up 38%, around $1,925. And I had this expiration is going to expire all the way out in 2028. So in January 21st, 2028, that is how long I hold on to my lease, and I'm up 38%. Now, when their earnings calls come up, if they don't meet expectations, if they do meet expectations, or if anything like that happens, they hit their PE or anything like that, if the stock goes up, cool. If the stock pull back, cool. I'm gonna hold on to my leap option for the next 2 years. I'm gonna let time do its thing. This is a stock that for the last decade has gone up every single year. But if they have their earnings and something fundamentally changes about the company and they announce that during the earnings call, that's when I might go in, reevaluate the company, in my leaps, and take my profit and move on to another play. Because a lot of you guys, you're going in, you're buying up these companies, you're buying leaps, and you don't know anything about the company at all, and you're not doing research. If I'm buying a leap on the company, I'm making sure that I'm paying attention to everything about that company. I'm not just buying a stock to buy a stock. I'm going to know everything about that stock to see. I mean, this is my money I'm talking about. You guys can do what you want with your money, but with my money, I'm going to make sure that I'm putting my shoulders, my dollars to work for me, and that I'm not just guessing when I'm investing inside the stock market. But as long as nothing fundamentally changes about Fast, I'm gonna hold on to my leap option. Now, the second leap option that I wanna show you guys is Netflix. Now, Netflix, we did get in on Netflix. I bought 100 shares of Netflix, at $84. Now that earnings is coming up this week. I bought 100 shares on Netflix at $84. I sold the cash you can put, generated some income that way. We got to sign those shares, and now Netflix is all the way up to $105, and I'm willing to sell a covered call on Netflix to get rid of those shares at $110. So we bought at 84. We're willing to sell at 110. That's a $2,600 capital gain on top of any premium that we generated. On top of that, I generate premium every single week by selling cash, gift puts, and covered calls. If you guys want to learn that, that link to the Patreon is going to be down in the pinned comment section. But let's jump back over to Netflix. So that earnings call is on April 17th, in 5 days from this video coming out. And I'm willing to sell a covered call on Netflix to say, hey, I'm willing to sell my 100 shares at $110. And look right here, they're going to pay me $1.10 per share. When you're dealing with options, you're dealing with 100 shares. So that's $110 that I can make in just a single week. And that's how I've been generating passive income every single week. Now, Netflix do not go above $110. I get to keep my shares, and I get to do cover calls the following week. And Netflix goes above $110, then I'm selling my shares at $110, but they paid me to sell my shares at $110. So that's the second stock that's having their earnings call this week that we're going to be paying attention to is Netflix. Now we're at the part of the show, the breaking news show, where I'm going to bring you guys the stock of the week. The stock of the week is going to be ticker symbol AMD. And then you already know AMD is the stock that we're going to be looking at, right? So let's hop over to AMD. I put my money where my mouth is. I bought 2 leap options on AMD expiring at the end of 2027. So I got about a year and a half left on, about a year and 3/4 left on this leap option. I'm up around 30%, around $4,466. And now I'm able to do something called selling a poor man cover call on AMD. Now let's break down the technical analysis of AMD on the week. Now we're going to be looking at the 1 hour time frame. When I'm thinking about short term, I'm looking at the 1 hour time frame. That's lasts about a week. If you're day trading, you're looking at the 15-minute time frame, 5-minute time frame, 1-minute time frame. For me, I look at the week, so I'm going to the 1 hour time frame. If I'm looking at the monthly, I'm going to the 4 hour time frame. So for me, let's look at the week. Now you guys can see that there was a jump right here, and you feel like you missed out on AMD off of this big jump, all the way from around $420 all the way up to $450, and you feel like you missed out. But hold on, just wait a minute. Let's take a quick look at the golden zone right here. So there was a gap that was not filled yet. It jumped from 220 all the way up to 227, and orders have to be filled right here. So if AMD have a healthy pullback, let me show you guys what a healthy pullback looks like. Let me get my drawing tool right here. So a healthy pullback, AMD could make this, make a lower high, continue to go up, make a lower low, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and have a healthy pullback to the zone. Come back to the zone, boom, I'm loading up. Now, if AMD have a bad pullback, so let's say the pullbacks look something like this, boom, just straight down, and it's going to continue to break through that zone and pull all the way back to the 200 EMA. So the next time I'm going to load up on the AMD, that's when it pull back to the 200 EMA. So don't feel like you missed out on AMD because it's at this price point. Just wait until it pulls back to the zone. I promise you it's going to pull back to the zone, and you guys can go in and load up on some shares right there. But yeah, that is my stock of the week, ticker symbol AMD. Let me know about the companies that I talked about in this list down in the comment section. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. And if you made it to the end of this video, make sure that you guys click the link down in the description to Webull. Sign up, deposit $1, get your free shares, get the welcome bonus. If you guys do want to know every single time I buy a stock, sell a stock, my leap options, poor man cover calls, how to run the wheel strategy, my 3 pro day traders, click the link down in the pinned comment section. That'll take you to my Patreon. My Patreon will take you over to the Discord. We hold Zoom calls every single Sunday. So if you want to be a part of that, make sure that you're clicking those links down in the description. And if you at the end of this video card right here, it's probably going to be right here, or the video card is going to be right here. I'm going to link you guys to my most viewed video that showed me, it changed my life on how I thought about investing. You guys are going to click that. It's going to show you that investing is super easy. It'll take you to that video. It's most viewed for a reason. And that will be your next step to starting your investing journey. If you're really thinking about starting your investing journey in 2026 and taking it serious, watch this video. But other than that, guys, I'm Zeke, bringing you the Dream Green breaking news segment, and I'm out. Peace.